Hello everyone, welcome to the new session on Thoughts and Education today. We are sitting at B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi, established in 2008 by the government of Delhi, is named after the eminent social reformer Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It offers undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral programs with a focus on liberal arts, humanities, and social science. Ambedkar University is renowned for its interdisciplinary approach and commitment to social justice and equality in education. Today, we are interviewing Dr. Santosh Singh, the Dean of Student Service Division and the Dean of School of Liberal Studies. His leadership and dedication significantly contribute to enhancing student experience and academic excellence. Welcome, Dr. Singh.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, to begin with, Dr. Singh, could you please provide an overview of your professional journey and your experience in the education sector, including your tenure in this institution?
I have been here for long. Actually, I joined here in this university in 2010. So you can very well imagine the university, which is just about 14 years old. I've spent throughout the journey is like my journey is like Ambedkar University journey. Like we were some of us were the founding faculties of this university, and I remember back then in 2010. Since I teach sociology, I remember I had come from Punjab, and when it came to starting the sociology program in the School of Liberal Studies, I joined, and later on other faculty colleagues joined, and the journey started with a very modest aspiration, but we were very sure that if you can do things differently than what others people have been doing so far, we knew that we will be able to make a mark. And I'm very happy at the moment to say that the journey has been exactly like that.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, my next question is what is your philosophy of leadership, and how would you describe your leadership style?
I don't think I'm a leader temperamentally, in the manner in which conventionally leadership is defined. But I believe in a collective leadership, and I believe that I'm as good as my team colleagues. And just that I think that I have to be in the front and take the blame. I've always been taught that if we succeed, it's collective, and if the team fails, I'm responsible. That is my motto. That has been my mantra of leading this. If you can call it leadership. So this is what I believe in.
Perfect, sir. Now I want to talk about the institution's vision. What do you think should be institution's vision, top priority over the next 10 years, sir?
I think in a social science humanities university, I think it's important for us to reimagine our role and our contribution to the society. It's very important, and I've been very consistent about it, in articulating this concern that I think we cannot afford to be classroom bound all the time, because the time is about going to the field. Time is about to reach out to the people. Time is to kind of take the discipline to beyond the classroom. That's what I meant, and I'm very happy that in Ambedkar University, our transaction is modeled on that philosophy, that a substantial portion of our transaction happens in the field, through the field component, and that's important for us. And I'm very happy that we maintain that, we stuck to that philosophy that social sciences cannot behave like natural sciences, in the sense of we are not lab-bound disciplines. And our vocabulary must change, and our vocabulary must also not just change, but also we need to kind of take that, as I said before, that we need to constantly keep talking to the people outside the boundary wall of the university. I think it's very, very fundamental. In the 10 years or coming years, I see a very significant role for social sciences, precisely because more economic development or underdevelopment will have a lot of significant societal changes. And to understand that, to figure it out, and and that is where this second thing is very important, that I think the social sciences must collaborate with the policy people. I think social sciences must have a very direct dialogue with the planners and the policymakers of the country to give their inputs and all that, because that's very vital. I think while we economically we develop, we also need to be socially very very solid. And how do we balance that? And not just India, but I think globally we need to everywhere. I think this thinking is being accepted that social sciences must not behave like lab sciences. I think it's very very fundamental in Ambedkar University for sure that we need to constantly keep trying to forge a dialogue with the people outside, and that's important, even though they are not our students. But I think community outreach, for example, or field component, one of the days when you will keep talking about people outside in your classroom and theorize about them. I think it's very fundamental that I think people who have been theorizing for centuries, it's also time for us to reach out to them and hold their hands and try and create some solutions for these problems. That's very important to me. I think theory is important, but I think practical practice is much more important. It's very important. The practice component of social sciences must be forefronted.
Absolutely right, sir. Now, moving on, if I talk about your role, sir, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the institutions and to the students are?
Well, I think it's my job to see that the students are taken care of in every sense of the term. Their scholarship, their welfare fund, their all that is possible to create a very enabling environment for these students, so that when they spend about 2 years in masters or 3 years or now 4 years for BA program, I see that I'm there for the students every time, everywhere. That's why I meet quite a lot, and I mostly you'll find me not in my office. Of course, I sit in my office, but I also travel, wander around in the campus, because I think that is where I get to meet my students. And I think I would consider myself a student's dean. I think it's very very important for the dean student services to kind of understand the role in terms of mentor. I'm a teacher fundamentally, primarily, but as a dean of the student services, it's my job to create an ecosystem where the students are encouraged to participate, to voice their opinions. Students are disciplined, of course, and at the same time, they are kind of there's an enable environment there for them, so that learning and knowledge creation happens, seamlessly. That's what I do here.
All right, sir. Before we wrap up this session, I want to ask you one last question. Like, are there any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth?
No suggestion, but a small, polite advice from my side, that I would expect them to be little less, restless, and they should have some patience, because I think unfortunately, life is also about showing patience to the activities around, and I think I would expect that they are more realistic about their expectations, and also that they must commit to a strong nation. That these are the second thing that I would like to say, that they must have a very strong sense about serving the country and serving the society that gave them the opportunity, for example, to be here in the university. It's a public university. Remember that if it's funded by the government money, and so it's a privilege that you are here, and therefore it's important. You are aware of your rights, but at the same time it's also important that you should be aware of your duties. And so, in terms of advice, I would like my students to have some more patience, and to most certainly use the resources that they have in the most responsible manner, and they do well in life. And so that focus is required. I think sometimes I feel that they're distracted quite a bit. So that's my suggestion, that they should be take their job very seriously as a student, and must think about their career. It's important. While they should be aware of other things, but I think focus on their career is very important. And that's my suggestion, that focus will change a lot of things. I think if they are focused, then things will happen.
All right, Dr. Singh, thank you so much, sir. As we conclude today's session, we extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Santosh Singh for sharing his valuable insights and wisdom with us. The journey of education at Dr. Ambedkar University continued to be one of dedication, innovation, and excellence, shaping the future of countless students. I thank you again, Dr. Singh, and also I want to thank everyone who joined us in this program, and we wish everyone a continued success in their endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much.